Whoop, whoop, we back. Look who I got in the car now.
What's going on, y'all?
It's about to go down. We have passed my favorite city in the whole world, Texas, Arkansas. Did I say it right?
Just about.
All right, cool. I'm getting close. For some reason in my head, I told myself that was the halfway point to Tennessee, which is it's not. It's not the halfway point, but in my head, if I can get to that location, smooth sailing. All right, we have another interruption. Watch this. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, how you doing?
I just want you to know you called into my podcast, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, get out the phone. I was just checking to see where you are.
We are probably about, we're not going to be there until like 1.
In the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who is the we?
Me and Jeffrey.
Hey, Wanda.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What'd you say? I'll let you go cook them, Gertrude.
Oh,
Go on and put them in the pot then.
already.
Okay.
Oh, where you at?
I'm at Mama Lou's. She got some chillin' somebody done gave her. And they're from up north, and they're supposed to be already cleaned or something. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. So she keep asking, what am I gonna do with them? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing with them.
I'll bring a glad bag for it.
So Jeffrey, your mama don't know you coming, right?
She doesn't know.
That's what I thought, because she kept saying, what time are they coming? And Candy said, it's not a day. It's just, Rashad. She said, I think it's a day.
Because Cherie told her that I was working heavy earlier in the week. So then she was just like, oh, so he's off like Thursday, Friday. So I guess she probably just thinks so. She probably know.
Oh, okay, yeah, she thinking it's a day. So when I go back in the house, I'm going to say, he said he and Zoe not going to get here until about 1 in the morning.
Okay.
That 90, see, Jeffrey, it runs in your family.
Who is your family? You're his family too.
Nah, me and Jeffrey, we just found out we got 2 different families.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, well, y'all be safe.
All right, cool. We'll see.
All right.
All right, cool. Bye.
All right, love you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Really interesting conversation with Auntie Tawanda. We have a family full of lives, you know. I learned about my family probably like 3 years ago when I found out about my Auntie Tawanda and who her real daddy was, and it was just like, well, okay. Nobody tells me anything. All right. Nothing at all.
I found out right behind you.
Man, stuff be super duper shocking. And I would say I'd be disturbed, but like as I got older, I created my own life. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right. Yeah. I found out about my granddaddy, and when I found out about my granddaddy, it opened this whole can of worms, how my granddaddy last name is Swink. And I was like, well, how I get the last name Randolph? And then I was like, if I got the last name Randolph, Aunt Gertrude, her name Copeland, and hell, oh my goodness. I'm like 18 years old at a function, and they showing pictures of like Mary High and all this, Jackson High and all these different classes on the pictures. And it was like, there was your granddaddy. And I was like, I'm going through the names, and I'm like, I don't see Randolph. Swink. Had all these questions. Nobody wanted to give me the answers. And then I found out the answers the hard way. And I said, oh. I found out, you know, my auntie, really my great auntie. And, you know, she got a different dad from my grandmama. And my grandmama like way older than her sisters. Craziness. But
Yeah, it is, man.
so Jeffrey, you want to tell us about your family deep roots? Because you have a whole different branch that extends, you know.
Yes. Let's see. So I guess on my daddy's side, from Miami, that's where we were born at. Grandma from the Bahamas, so I got some Caribbean up in me.
What?
Yeah. Let's see. They I don't know, man. They been out there in like Denver since about the 70s or so. So then my parents met at Lane College, and then
Y'all hear that? He got family from Miami and Bahamas, but his family met, Mama and Daddy met at Lane College.
Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh my goodness. They had no reason to be in there. And they met each other.
Yeah, man. The rest history, I guess.
History. If I'm correct, you got the only, like,
Yeah.
is it like husband and, like, your parents married, they still together. Is anybody else married and still together from original? Is Ashley? Is Ashley?
I don't know. Yes.
Yes? That's her dad?
I don't know.
I think you got,
so.
I think.
I only remember seeing her like when she was like two in the or small in the pictures, like dressed up for a wedding. So I don't know. It's fuzzy. That's what I can recall. I see her as a baby, but
You know what? We got some questions to ask.
Yeah.
That may be her real dad.
I think it is.
Okay, never mind.
No.
So it sounds like all the people that leave Jackson, they get to be married and happy. That's what it sounds like. It took Gertrude a while, and
Yeah.
that started, ended, yeah. And it was just funny because she married somebody with the last name Randolph, and it was like, that's your sister, last name. So that was some stuff I had to grow up trying to put this puzzle together. But Auntie Tawanda has all the answers.
She does.
Yes, she does. She has all the answers.
We need to do a family tree. Did she do one?
We got one somewhere. And I feel like that's where this conversation started from. I feel like, if I'm correct, I'm probably not correct, but I feel like Auntie Tawanda did that, the little swab thing.
Okay.
I think Auntie Tawanda did that. But like I said, we only related through the mama.
Yeah.
And that's not normal to have those conversations with the connection of siblings through the mama during those days, because those would normally like daddy have a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a different conversation.
Yeah. Like for her, we got granddaddy who left when my daddy was at the hospital. So that's a lot of people don't know. My granddaddy left when my dad's in the hospital. So he never met my dad until years later. But when they met, it wasn't like, I'm your dad. It was like, I'm in town. So my uncle had a relationship with his dad's people. So when my dad got of age to hang out with them, he wasn't comfortable around them because he didn't get the build relationship with them through his dad.
Yeah.
So my dad grew up like the unwanted stepchild, and that's his beef with Grandma Evelyn. Grandma Evelyn always gave him a hard time because of those type things. She was always real rough on him. So that's what I learned recently, probably like 5 years ago. Everything started making a little more sense.
They make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that explains our relationship. But she treated me differently than my dad, of course,
Yeah. Of course, the grandchild.
Yeah, I'm like her favorite grandchild because she saw how my dad was, and I didn't go down that trajectory, so she was like, But then I see how they interact now that my dad's older and she's older. he don't like being around her. So I'd be like, this is awkward.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you get to that point with your parents that you don't have to like, you ain't gotta take that shit. To sum it up, it's like, you old, I'm old. I got grown kids. You old, so that's definitely scarier. I fear being that my child get to that point where she like, F you, Dad, and I'll be like, damn, already? Fuck, alright. Cool, I understand. Hey, I understand. But I'm not like that with my grandmama. Me and my mother's mom, me and her, I'm like her only son, because I'm the oldest grandchild, but it's such a gap between me and her other grandchildren, because I grew up attached to her, and they grew up attached to their parents, because I was happy to go with my grandma's house. Anytime. So who's your favorite family member?
You know, I would have to say, you know, it'd have to be, I guess, like, between my sisters. We didn't really, I won't say gel that well. Like, my dad, my aunts, my grandma was alive. You know, that's why, like, I guess in general, just, like, holidays in general, I don't really care too much for them, because it'll always be some shit to, like, get everybody just to come together or whatever. So, I mean, I did go, you know, I spent some time with my grandma and aunts, but not as much time as I wish I would have.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, realizing all this shit, you know, it's just all like, you can't let the kids
Suffer.
you know, I'm all like, just because y'all beefing over whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at how that's going to play out a couple years later, because now we in today's years old, finding out stuff about, you know, ourselves that we should have been on.
Should have been on this stuff. And I like, as a parent, I take pride in like telling my child small things like, hey Zoe, you get in trouble at school because you talk too much. It ain't because you talk too much, it's because your dad and your mama.
Yeah.
And your grandmama. And your great grandmama. They all talk too much, so you doomed.
Yeah.
So my job as a parent to kind of help guide you a little bit.
Yeah.
Not spank you like my mom used to do
For
me.
doing what you gonna do anyway.
Like, my mom used to spank me all the time. But, you know, I know why she talk a lot now, so I do something about it. You know, she don't get to socialize. She come home because ain't no more kids. So, I pay for after-school programs twice a week, so she's able to go get that energy and that part of herself out. Because she thinks she's the class clown. I'm like, well, damn, sound like your daddy.
You went to clown school?
Man, I was in clown school, man. I never knew why I was in clown school until I got older. I didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody there. My mom used to work 311, and then I used to play with neighborhood kids that were like not up to my level. You know, those were, I would say, kids from the hood. And you know, I lived in the hood, but I wasn't one of them. So I didn't know how to interact with them on their level. You know, they used to fight a lot and get into it, be violent. And I used to be like, well, why y'all fighting? Because he got something? Okay, go get something else. Like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So that's why I definitely, I enjoy doing now. And even when I work with kids, you know, when I work with kids and their families, I'm like, you got what you got from your parents. So it's really important for us to help your parents teach you how to deal with it. Because you're not going to deal with it in a healthy manner because you don't know what you're dealing with. It's really important for your parents to, I'm like, dang, this is why people be messed up when they ain't got no parents.
Mm-hmm.
You missing a piece of yourself.
Yep.
So that's why I feel like we go through that. So you said your sisters.
I guess
By
that's
default.
who would I have. Yeah, sure, I guess. You asking me to choose one? Like, come on.
I got a favorite. I definitely got a favorite.
Okay.
My favorite grandmama. But, you know.
That's the easy one, though. Ain't nobody be mad at that answer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.